That is the charm of an Aries, is that they genuinely think they're hot shit, and because of that, they also want to be aligned with people that are hot shit, so they will help you reach your greatest heights, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, Aries, again, it's that, like, I'm as strong as my weakest player.
Yes, 100%.
And it gives very Martian energy.
Yeah, totally. I feel like I love Aries energy because they aren't scared to be the first ones to do it, and then kind of like you said, they'll look back and help you come over the bridge too.
Yeah.
You know? And like encourage you, and it's like, it's okay. And they'll do that scary thing of doing it first for you. Like, I got you. And then I'm gonna help you through this.
Yeah.
And I feel like that makes you feel so comfortable.
Yeah.
And so confident in what you're doing. And I feel like all of these signs make you feel very comfortable and confident now that I think about it. They really do.
They really, really do. This shit is very strong.
It's quite strong, Maya.
She doesn't give a fuck. She does this shit on purpose.
It's true. Okay, let me just... Can I airdrop it to your...
Yes, you can, to my laptop.
Yeah.
Airdropping? Like, imagine if we had to explain the concept of airdropping to someone that, like, lived in, like, 1200 BC. Wait, when did Christ come?
I don't know.
Because there's AC and BC. Anyway,
Yeah.
imagine in the caveman days having to explain to someone what airdropping is.
Yeah.
What would you even say? So you have this thing, and then you also have a thing.
Right, this digital
And I
thing.
Send this thing to your thing via... we have airdrop. Right.
Y'all. Y'all.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. I feel like that would be a very good explanation. Okay.
Did I do okay?
Yeah, you did good.
I feel like they'd be like, what do you mean? What thing? What? Like, what are you saying? They'd be like, send her to the loonies, or put a fire to that witch.
Right. Like, she ain't making sense.
Now to get to the meat and the sauce.
Right.
And the core of the conversation.
Oh, juicy.
Hi, you sexy, beautiful people.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh.
Thank you for being here today. Thank you for being here today. We are going to do your favorite. We're going to react to a list. And it's all about being moody, charming, or sexual. So apparently those are the three adjectives that we're working with. And your sign gets one.
Yep. Just one.
And it's been categorized, and we'll post it here. And we're just going to talk about it, because this is truly, truly fascinating.
It's funny. There's some
funny, there's some good shit that's like, yeah. And then there's like, huh?
Right.
Who?
Really?
Like, usually these lists are like really accurate until like a couple of signs pop up and you're like, what the fuck?
Right. No.
There's some bias here.
Yes.
You know?
Definitely. I always like when we do, who created this list?
Yo, that's like the best.
Which sign created this list?
Yeah, like, who is it geared towards? Who looks the best?
Right, exactly.
Who looks a little too good?
Or who hurt them?
Yeah, who
you know?
hurt them?
It's clear
Who's
who
their
hurt
ex?
them. Yes.
Cleared.
That's usually how you can tell.
No, literally. That's exactly what happened. Okay.
So should we start with most moody?
Yeah.
Alright. So, we'll just run through. Okay, so it says, most moody, Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer, Gemini.
I mean, yeah, I feel like out of all the signs that could be moody, these are great signs that are moody.
Yeah.
The Capricorn one, I'm not really understanding. I feel like they're always really, like, somber and, like, usually kind of down.
Yeah.
You know, like, very Saturnian of, like, you know, everything's a little bit more on the negative side rather than, like, the high. To be moody, you have to be high and low and high and low, and I feel like Capricorn is pretty steady.
Yeah, steady in there.
Whereas
sadness.
Cancer, Pisces, and Gemini, like Cancer, cardinal water, so their mood is always changing and they're ruled by the moon.
Yeah.
And then Pisces, I feel like them hopping back and forth between reality and fantasy makes them moody because they're happy in their fantasy land, and then when it's time to be in the real world, they're like, ew. You know what I mean? They're like, that's moody, and then Gemini is the twins.
Yeah, for sure.
What are you thinking?
So I agree. I feel like Pisces and Cancers obviously make the most sense to be moody.
Yeah.
I feel like also too because they are most likely to take on other people's energies because they are pretty nurturing and like empathetic like individuals. I feel like they take on other people's energy.
Yeah.
So unless they are very strong individuals themselves, I think sometimes they're going through a battle of like, whose energy is this? Am I mad? And like I'm on a roller coaster with whoever I love.
Yeah.
Or even maybe
who I'm around.
Yeah, who I'm around.
In my vicinity.
Exactly. Maybe you don't even like them, but you're like, I feel this energy very strongly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I definitely see that for both Pisces and Cancer. And then, yeah, Gemini, the twins.
The twins be twinning.
And, like...
You don't know who you're going to get.
Yeah, and also, too, like, I feel like they're always processing information. So, like, when you're getting a whole bunch of new facts, like, sometimes you're moody.
Yeah.
You know, like, you're processing a ton of information, like I just said. And that can constantly be changing your mood.
For
and
sure.
what you're thinking about things.
Right.
You know, like...
Your mind is moving so quickly and it's taking in so many different stimuli.
Yes.
And you have a different reaction to all of them.
Yeah.
That's Mercury. Fast-paced version of Mercury, which is Gemini.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I feel like sometimes their scattered energy, they're like, ugh, how do I feel? Where am I?
Yeah, and that's why they're like the chronic overthinkers, or like...
Yes.
They're always rationalizing their feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Because as soon as they start feeling something, they're already distracted by something else. So they're not really digging deep.
Yeah.
And that can also make you very moody. Because
Yes.
you're not getting to the nitty-gritty of each feeling. You're kind of letting it linger.
Yes.
Instead of processing it and releasing it.
Yeah.
You know?
No, 100%.
And I feel like Gemini and Pisces do that. It's like that mutable sign shit. You know what I mean? Of like... Yeah. It like kind of fizzles out, but then you're like, okay, no, I didn't really completely process that. But I can distract myself with something else, so we don't really need to go there.
Right. And sometimes, like for Gemini, like just because you talked about it doesn't actually mean you process that emotion.
Yeah.
I feel like Pisces a little bit more when they talk about it, Cancer more when they talk about it. They'll process that emotion, they're ready to release. But like sometimes Gemini will just talk and like it doesn't necessarily change their mood or make them process what they're feeling anymore.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I feel like it does for me, but also I wouldn't say that about, I don't know if I can say that about all Gemini placements.
Yeah.
The more I talk, the more I release, but I'm intentionally releasing because I'm saying what's been on my mind, you know?
Yes. I guess you have to be careful in that sense. I mean, it makes sense because you're intentionally talking about the thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes they'll just like talk around the topic.
Right.
Or try and be like, oh, well, I had a good release sesh, but you didn't really talk about the thing that was bugging you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel like Gemini is more prone to doing that.
Yeah. You know,
I think
now
your
that
water
I'm...
helps you too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, because it's there, so it's like, we need to do something about
Yeah.
You will drown.
Yes.
Now that I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at Capricorn in this list,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I'm kind of understanding why they're here.
Yeah.
'Cause in comparison to the other categories, like, yeah, they can be... All of these signs can be fucking moody, charming, sexual. But
Right.
for this, the purpose of this video, like, in terms of looking at these three adjectives, I could see Capricorn moody, because moody doesn't always mean it have to be up and down. It could just be that they're in their feels.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Capricorn is very much in their feels. Like, even though they have that hard shell of, like, I'm getting shit done. I take life very seriously. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is the caliber of people I choose to be around. Like, internally, they're battling with this feeling of, am I good enough? You know? That's why they put their all into everything, is because Saturn is literally fucking them up the ass so hard that they're not really comfortable with expressing happy emotions all the time, because they think it can be taken away rather quickly.
Yeah.
It's that Saturn feeling of like lack, of like, oh, I don't deserve that. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't just come easily to me. You know? So that is the reason why they're known to be kind of like pessimistic.
Yeah.
So in that case, I do see why they could be moody.
Yeah, 100%.
And they are Cancer's sister sign, and it makes sense that they're both here, because if you don't think a Capricorn is emotional, you don't really know Capricorns.
No, you don't.
They just keep that shit on lock.
Yes, very locked in. And you're so right. It's like they have this inner sense of duty to like do and provide and to show up and be the best and achieve these things.
Yeah.
And that wears on them. And then that makes them annoyed, I think, when their expectations aren't met and people don't understand them and how hard they work. Like that makes you moody.
Yeah.
You know?
It does, because you're grinding day and night, and it's like nobody wants to work these days. And they're hyper aware of what other people are doing or not doing.
Yes.
And that affects them.
Yes.
Because they're always comparing themselves to other people.
Yeah.
Even though your only competition is yourself. But like that is how the 10th house works. Like this is all I have to show for. You know?
For sure. And
that's a lot of pressure if that's what you think your life is about. If that is what you feel like you were put on this planet to achieve, to have a successful career, or you know, be in social circles that are taken seriously, and, you know, shit like that.
Yeah. Or just like not fully understanding that your worth doesn't come from work. Like you are just worthy being.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good luck telling that to a Capricorn.
No, but I know, but it's
and
true.
I agree with that.
And I
100%.
see, you know, and like even as your best friend, like you as a Capricorn rising, I feel like I see sometimes when you're moody, this is one of the things you struggle with, is like I have to get up and do the thing, or like I have this sense of duty, like I need to be on and like doing the best, you know?
Yeah, no, you're so right. It's honestly what gets to me the most is when I feel like I'm not fucking showing up and like just showing up at my best all the time, which is just not possible in life.
Yeah.
But that is when I am the hardest on myself, is like if I'm having a day where it's like, girl, any other day you would be doing this, that, and the third. Why are you only doing this one thing today? You're a lazy motherfucker, aren't you? I knew it. You've been lazy your whole life. And then you start going down this rabbit hole of like, you're not doing enough, you're not enough. This is just comical that you think you deserve all these things.
Yeah.
Like, these are the worst, you know, voices to hear in your head. But I would assume other Capricorn placements probably hear them.
No,
so you are valid and you are seen, and Maya is so right. You are not your job, you are not your work. You just being is enough. Especially in this day and age, 2024, all the shit that is happening around us.
Right.
You know?
I want Capricorns to do the things that make them happy.
Yeah.
Work on the stuff that makes you happy. You love to work.
Release.
At least do something that makes you happy. Create art. Work on, you know, work on your body. Work on the food you eat. You know, like think of work in those types of ways.
Same with Cancer. I feel like with Cancer, it's like they get so wrapped up in their relationships and feelings, not just like romantic relationships, but like if other people are giving them what they're giving them. Like they're thinking too much about their relationships and love, and like they can be codependent, and instead of doing that, like Maya said, if you focus on art, whatever, something that makes you feel excited, it's a really nice way for Cancers to channel all those feelings that you guys have, because you are very, very moody, Cancer. So you also should have a way of releasing that, because that's when you know, the crazy Cancer comes out, is when you don't have a way to release that.
Yeah.
And you release it in your relationships very easily.
Yes, and that's not good.
No. Okay. Next we have most charming. Okay. Also, I love when we do anything with like charming or dangerous or whatever, because it just goes with our brand.
It does.
You feel me? Okay. Anyway, most charming, we have Libra, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. I love all of these for most charming.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Yes.
Yes, 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 yes. Libra is that silver tongue, can do great things.
Yes.
It can talk itself out of anything. It can make anyone feel good. It can make the safest of spaces for people to share all their secrets. Like, Libra really mirrors people, and that's what makes people view Libra as charming, is because Libra can get along with anybody and can talk to anybody about anything and find common ground with anybody from any walk of life.
Yeah. No.
And that to me is charming energy.
No, 100%. I feel like Libras have good manners.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're very kind, they're very friendly, and like you said, they're just easy to get along with. People want to be their friend because they are kind and easy to get along with.
And probably
energy.
very attractive.
Beautiful.
Venus
right.
ruled.
They notice you. They want things to be fair and balanced, so they're like having conversations with you.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like sometimes they can be like snooty and they're like, no, you can't come over here.
Yeah.
I feel like Libra's like, hi, how's it going?
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Seriously. Libras in general just always have, I feel like, a smile on their face. And they're just pleasant people to be around. And when you are good at getting along with any kind of personality, like, that is the best word for you. You are charming.
Yeah.
Like, no matter who you speak to, after you hang out with that person person is probably going to have really good things to say about you.
Yeah.
As a Libra.
Yes.
You know? Because they don't typically disagree with you.
Right.
And whatever you're excited about, they're excited for you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's true.
They like to share the attention. And that, in general, makes people feel comfortable.
Yes. Something I think everyone can learn from Libra is, like, because Libra wants to connect, they can connect. They do connect. And I feel like some people, they ain't out here looking to connect.
They're not.
You know? But we need more connection in this world to, like,
true.
raise its vibration.
You let them know, Libra, we need you. We're coming to this war. No, it's true. Without Libra energy, there would be anarchy.
Yes.
I think you will understand.
Yes.
Okay?
Genuinely.
I've always wanted to do a...
Libra brings harmony and peace.
I've always wanted to do a video where we discuss what the world would be like without a certain sign. Like, because, like, I just feel like every sign brings something really, really special. And we take every sign for granted, but without every sign, like, the world would be completely different.
Yeah.
So if you guys want that, we can do that.
Yes.
And that will be a organic list that we have created.
Yes, let us know. Comment below.
Yes. Okay, next we have Sagittarius as charming.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Sag is a person I want to be talking to at a party late night. Like, it's just exciting. It's fun. Like, where's this conversation going?
Yes.
And it can get grander and, like, funnier. And, like, you just get more comfortable with Sag the more you speak to them. Like, you're already comfortable with them because they're just those kind of people that, like, treat everyone like their little friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't take that much to, like, warm up to you. Like, it's already there.
Yeah.
And then the more you talk, the more it gets there. And the more the conversation just, you know, that Jupiterian energy just gets more magnified. And we start to understand each other's minds on a deeper level.
Yeah.
That, to me, is very charming. Someone who can make my mind feel safe. Like, my ideas feel safe.
Yeah.
And Sag does that. It's fun.
For sure. No, I feel like people find Sag charming, if I don't say so myself.
You're charming, girl.
They see, like, our free-spirited nature, and that inspires people to, like, want to do that as well. They're like, oh, I like that energy. Like, that's something that is, like, freeing, and I like to, like, be around. Some people, it's a turn-off, too, but for most people who like Sagittarius energy, I feel like they're like, oh, sky's the limit. And that's very fun, welcoming energy to be around.
Oh,
because it's extending a hand. I feel like all of these signs are like extending a hand out to you. Like, you want to come play?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, it just... And maybe for introverts, that's not comfortable energy. For me, I feel like that's very comfortable energy. Like, if I'm going somewhere and a Sag is there, I already feel like the vibes are good. Like, we're going to have fun. Everyone's going to be comfortable. And if people aren't comfortable, as long as that Sagittarius is there, I'm going to bounce off that energy and it's going to be a good time. You know what I mean? Because they're not really scared about ruffling the feathers of the people around them. And that, to me, creates a lot of authenticity in the conversation.
Yes.
You know, like, Sag doesn't have to change how they feel depending on the group. And I find that to be one of their most charming qualities, is that no matter who's around, they are themselves. They're stating their opinions no matter how outrageous they are. And like I said, that's quite charming to me.
I agree. It's because they're open-minded. You know what I mean? They obviously live a very free, open-minded life for themselves, for ourselves. And they are open to all the crazy shenanigans or thereof that you are doing as well. There's no judgment coming from Sagittarius.
And that's the best.
So that's what makes, I think, their energy very, like, easy to get along with as well.
It's just fucking fun. Like, yes. I feel like I can breathe around you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
We like to have fun.
Yeah. And I fucking love it.
And encourage you to have fun, too.
Yeah. The key words are non-judgmental.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
The conversation can go to many places.
Because, like, wow, it can go so many places.
No, it really can. With my Libra Mercury and your Sagittarius Mercury.
Yes.
The conversation... When we start Charmin...
Oh, gosh, you guys.
You guys don't even know. You guys don't even know.
The things we've gotten ourselves into
The things
and
we got out of. Well, yo,
Oh my
why
gosh.
is it that, like, sometimes truly, when something happens, something funny, The Price is Right theme song goes off in my head. Like, why? Like, am I broken?
No, because it's fun.
It's so fun. And it just reminds me of, like, days when I was, like, sick and I couldn't go to school.
Yeah.
Like, because that's the only time you could see The Price is Right.
Right.
It's like at 8 a.m. on weekdays.
I think it's like a comfort thing
It
for
is.
you. Sometimes I sing like Christmas songs, but I don't like Christmas songs.
Okay, that needs to be actually
Christmas.
analyzed. Because you don't like Christmas songs in Christmas.
Okay, well I know why I don't like them in Christmas.
It's because of working at like a...
I
For
mean,
me, it was
they
like when I
just-
worked at Radio Shack. Like, they just always... And Macy's, they always played it.
They play it too much, and my stepmom, she loves her Christmas music, and she played it all the way till like February. Like we were playing that shit till her birthday, and I was like, Megan, stop.
No, stop.
But she loved this like Christmas playlist. She loved so. She made this one year, and it kind of ruined it for me.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and then like being in choir, like you just sing so many like silly Christmas songs.
Oh, that's annoying.
So like I don't know,
want to,
they
yeah.
just like all kind of come back into my head.
Oh,
like
yeah.
when I'm stressed or when I'm happy.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
Or like when I need to like zone out, but I like kind of need to
Yeah.
focus.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah.
I like kind of like for the Price is Right for you.
Yeah. No, seriously.
When
Seriously.
you're happy, when you're waiting. I hear you sometimes do it when you're like waiting, like looking around. You're like do 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 do.
She's broken.
Am I
Somebody
broken? Does that mean I'm
No,
broken
you're
too?
not.
Okay, then
You're
you're not
not.
broken.
Okay.
Okay. Because that would imply that I'm broken.
No,
And
never.
I don't think so. So
No.
I don't think the same about you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I think it just means that I'm gonna
Beat
be the
you up.
Price is Right host in about 10 years.
Oh my god, I love that. That's great. I'm here for that. Manifesting this for you.
The way it would have so much fun. I'm actually putting it out there. I've always wanted to be a host.
Yes.
Or like on the carpet interviewing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That shit would be fun.
That would be fun.
Okay. Next we have Leo in the charming category.
Mhm.
Duh. I'm sorry. We have to have this king and queen of the jungle, baby.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
When Leo starts that, you know what I mean?
Right.
That cat purrs. Like, they are
Yes.
actually so charming. If they need something, your Leo friend,
Oh my god.
the way, or if you need something, the way they will actually have someone for everything.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because they have made these connections,
Yeah.
and they have kept all of them warm. You know what I mean?
Mhm. That part.
That part.
That
the sun,
part.
okay?
Yes.
Because Leo is really good at keeping in touch with people.
Mhm.
Like, I'm not
It's, like,
saying
so,
run-
it's kind of easy for them. I feel like
It
it
is. They're
comes
good
very
at it.
naturally.
They're good at
like
it.
they like it. They like to keep in touch.
Exactly. They want to make sure everyone's doing okay.
Yes.
Does anybody need a lending hand?
Right. And I feel like Leos, they have this like such magnetic energy.
Mhm.
You know, very warm, like
Yeah.
life of the party. Like
Yeah.
when you step into a room, you know, the Leo. You know. Like you could like have all the signs
The
lined up.
Leo.
You could usually fucking
No.
point out
Yeah.
the Leo and the
Leo
Scorpio.
usually yeah. The Leo is like probably has the most glorious head of hair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And like their posture is literally perfect.
Yes.
That's how I spot a Leo.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Good hair, good posture. Scorpio.
Coming looking really clean.
Scorpio has, like you said, the eyes.
Mhm.
That's how you know a Scorpio.
They're like, actually like
And
this.
their like eyebrows are probably a little bit thicker. Yeah.
Yeah, or like from the side.
Yeah.
Like
Like body fully turned away.
yes.
Like who is this?
Yes.
Oh my god.
But also, I feel like too, Leos, you can always tell that they're standing because like they're just like trying to exude like I'm my boss energy.
No,
you know?
seriously.
Like they exude I'm the leader.
No,
of
like,
the pack here.
Like, do you have questions for the pack? I'm the leader, actually.
Yes. Yes.
And I live, laugh, love that. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I also have to say, because there are some Leos, like a very slim Theo, who aren't like all outgoing like that. So I will say their charm comes from their generosity. I feel like they're very giving people.
They are.
And also mixed with that warmth.
No,
you know, like they're
Leos.
just very kind.
They just make me feel good. They make me feel good. Like they're good at complimenting
So
you.
welcome.
Yeah, exactly.
Safe.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Seriously. And again, if a Leo is not acting in that type of energy, they're not okay. Check on your Leo.
Right.
Because at their natural state, they're very giving. And they are charismatic.
Yeah.
And you don't always have to be the #1 social person in the group to be charismatic. It's
right.
a matter of who you're speaking to. When that person is speaking with you, do they feel comfortable and safe? And usually with a Leo, you do.
Right.
And that to me is charming.
Yes. They want to be lovers.
They do. They
you know?
Honestly, they're the best at like words of affirmation. And that to me again is very charming. Someone who is telling you, and it kind of leads into Aries. I feel the same way about Aries. Huge words of affirmation people.
Yes.
Aries and honestly all the fire signs in my opinion, but definitely Aries and Leo, because Aries in general to me is someone that believes they can do it all.
Yeah.
And that to me is very charming. Like someone who can bet on themselves.
Yeah. That's
And
hot,
they also
really.
give that energy to other people. Like Aries gives the best words of affirmation. Like they believe you could do it. If I could do it, you could do it. And if you don't think you can do it, oh my god, we're gonna change your fucking mind.
Right.
And I'm gonna believe in you so hard. Granted, it gets a little scary.
Yeah.
You feel like you have a war general barking up in your ear. But it makes me do great things.
Right.
Like when I'm playing Mario Party with my boyfriend. Like he's so fucking good at all of them. And sometimes I'm like, why do I even try? But I'm never gonna back down. And I have like, I became really good at a lot of them, but like he's always like giving me like pointers, even though internally I'm like, shut the fuck up, I want to learn on my own. But he just can't help but like give me some good ass tips.
Yeah.
And I put my pride aside and I listen to him. And that's that Aries energy of like, you know, they really do bet on you all the time.
Yeah.
And they want to see you win because they consider themselves winners, you know? That is the charm of an Aries, is that they genuinely think they're hot shit, and because of that they also want to be aligned with people that are hot shit, so they will help you reach your greatest heights, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like Aries, again, it's that like I'm as strong as my weakest player.
Yes, 100%.
And it gives very Martian energy.
Yeah, totally. I feel like I love Aries energy because they aren't scared to be the first ones to do it, and then kind of like you said, they'll look back and help you come over the bridge too.
Yeah.
You know? And like encourage you, and it's like, it's okay. And they'll do that scary thing of doing it first for you. Like, I got you. Like, and then I'm gonna help you through this.
Yeah.
And I feel like that makes you feel so comfortable.
Yeah.
And so confident in what you're doing. And I feel like all of these signs make you feel very comfortable and confident now that I think about it. They really do.
They really, really do. Honestly, all of these signs, I would want them on my team. Like, I want them to be my PR person. I want them to be my motivational speaker. I want them to be my friend.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I love all of these signs. Live, laugh, love, Libra, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. And everyone else.
I feel like, too, I love all these signs because I think they kind of have a love for life.
Yeah,
for the most part.
They do.
All of them can, you know, get dark and somber and sad too, don't get me wrong. But I feel like they have like a thirst for life, and that's what also makes them warm. Alright, next we got sexual. Most sexual. And of course, we have Scorpio, Virgo, Taurus, and Aquarius.
First of all, let's laugh. Let's gather and laugh today. At Aquarius being on this. Okay, now that we've laughed, let's go to the front.
Right. And we'll talk about why.
And I just
and
have
also
to laugh.
why I think that's on the list, but also,
I just have to let out the laugh before I got to the sexuals. You know what I mean?
Right.
As a Scorpio, I had to laugh a little bit. Ha ha, very funny. Okay,
Yes.
Scorpio, duh. Duh. When you live in the underworld, obviously, sex is a sin, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't heard. No, I feel like for Scorpio, obviously, we're known to be very sexual signs. And I think it's because of the great amount of energy that we have. Like, sexual energy is where I would say a lot of your power comes from. I'm not saying you have to have sex to be powerful. That's not what I said. Your sexual energy is what makes you powerful, and you being comfortable with that part of yourself makes you powerful. Because we hold a lot of energy in our sexual organs. If you guys didn't know, I'm not going to sit here and do a TED Talk about it, but go learn about it. And I feel like Scorpio in general enjoys dabbling in sexual activities.
Yeah.
It feels like a nice release of all that power. You know?
Oh, 100%.
Like that power needs to be released from time to time, and I think sex or whatever, however you choose to please yourself, is a really nice way of releasing that energy.
Definitely.
So you're not just like holding on to it.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. And I 100% agree. And I feel like I love that Scorpio is on this list because they are very sexual beings. And that comes from them being very, like you said, very emotional beings. And they don't, I mean, let me not say that. Because there are some toxic Scorpios out here, okay?
Yeah.
But usually when they're having sex, there is an emotional connection with you, you know? And the intimacy that is shared between their partner is like next level, you know? And it's like, normally, when they're at their highest vibration, they're not just sharing that with everybody, you know? And I feel like they make other people feel confident in their sexiness, in their sexual desires, you know? Like, all of my Scorpio friends and my Scorpio lovers have made me feel like, this is normal, like, do that, you know? And I love that energy because it does make you feel confident in your, like, most... what's the word? Raw, yeah, or like primal way, you know?
No, seriously. Yeah. I think Scorpio is all about like listening to that voice. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that relationship you have with the dark side of you. And sometimes, a lot of times, sex is seen as a taboo thing. Like, let's talk about, like, in terms of society. Like, sex is very much like hush-hush in a lot of cultures still to this day. Like, oh my god, you as a woman like sex. Like, oh my god, that makes you dirty. Like, there's just... all of it ties into that Scorpion energy, that Plutonian energy of, like, this is a taboo topic. Yeah. But we are so interested in it. And we want to explore it. And we want to go to the darkest parts of this world to understand it and feel it and release it. And I want to do that with a partner. You know what I mean? Someone you feel comfortable with. So I agree, going back to what Maya was saying, Scorpios very much need that emotional connection in order to pursue a fulfilling sexual experience. Yes. That is the specifics of it.
Yeah. And I think everyone, let's be real, I think everyone talks about
it's like another thing.
Sex with the Scorpio because it's the most memorable. Let's be real. It's the most memorable for people.
It is.
Whether it...
you know what I get...
Must be real.
If I had like a compilation of like all the times, like, what's your sign? And like, you know, you're like, I'm a Scorpio, and people are like, ooh, I heard about Scorpio. Yeah. I'm just like, oh god, you read like an article on like fucking People magazine that said we like love sex, because it's true, we do.
That part.
But again, genuinely, I feel like most Scorpios, they want to be comfortable with people before they release all that energy. Yeah. Because they know that shit can get a little weird. Yeah. You know what I mean?
People get obsessed with y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, soul ties go crazy.
Soul ties.
Soul ties go crazy. Yes. Is what they say. Uh-huh. So be careful. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You sure you want that, Scorpio? Scorpio, you sure you want them? Or are you just being a horny little porn dog?
Right, because think about them and they're crazy, because that's what you're going to get. Yeah. I don't know what it is about your energy, but sometimes you be making the crazy come out of people.
Well, I think it's because we look at them in the eyes a lot, and, like, we see them, you know?
So we act like rabid beasts?
No. But but the thing is, when you really when you create a safe space, when Scorpios create a really safe space for people to like share their like, you know, deepest, darkest desires and secrets and why they never felt good enough and what their mom did in the 3rd grade. You know what I mean? When you know all this stuff, you know?
Yeah.
The other party feels so safe. So like when you do sexual things together, I feel like they're just like, oh my God, like this is true love. Like, someone who sees me.
Yeah.
And now we're having sex. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So people can get a little upset. But if you think about it, that's the bare minimum. I hope everyone makes you feel safe.
Right.
You know?
No, actually.
To like share those things and then you have sex with them.
That should be normal.
That should be normal. Let's make it normal. 2024.
Yes. Let's all raise our standards.
Let's raise our standards today. Are you with me?
Call 1-800.
Raise your standards now.
Virgo.
Yo, this is the dark horse, alright? Let's talk about the dark horse of sexuality, which is Virgo. You didn't, like, liar.
know?
Virgo being the fucking virgin. They be the freakiest motherfuckers. Virgos.
Yes.
I don't know how many times we can say that.
Right.
So it's instilled in your fucking brain. Virgo. They be hoeing it up.
They got to. They got to release their control somehow.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Where do they control it? In the motherfucking bedroom.
Uh-huh.
You know what? That's when they lose all control. They be doing the kinkiest,
Woo!
weirdest shit in life. And the thing is, you can never bring it up the next day. Like, for most people, the things you talk about when you're in, like, a sexual mood, like, don't bring it up after. We were being weird. Like, that wasn't me. You know what I mean? But, like, a Virgo is, like, a complete different level. Like, do not bring up what they said yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't care that I called you a dirty little slut
Literally,
in the bedroom.
a fucking whore.
And way worse. But
that's like, that's like literally PG. So G.
Okay.
No.
So,
but it's true.
Yeah.
For Virgo, that's like...
I know, even me just saying that, they'd be like, I didn't.
No, seriously.
That, you know?
Virgo, like, you hit the nail on the head. They are such control freaks in every other aspect of their life. So when it comes to their sex life, they are ready to experiment. I'm talking experiment.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Can I also say why I think Virgo is on this list?
Yeah, why? Say it. Say it with your whole chest.
Because I feel like Virgo, as we all know, they are very attentive.
Uh-huh.
And so I feel like they be focusing.
Oh, they
on the things.
What things, Maya?
The sexual things.
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean?
For sure. On the
and I feel like they are aware of your senses and how you feeling.
Yeah, for sure. No, you are absolutely correct.
Yeah, I feel like they care, you know, about you also being
for sure.
pleased.
They're
in the sexual experience.
Yes. As we know, Virgos are service-oriented.
Yes.
They are there to serve you.
Yes.
So if it's a Virgo that really does fuck with you and is not just, like, being one of those, like, fuck boys or fuck girls that's just, like, looking for a nut.
A little Virgo.
Yeah, a little Virgo. But, like, if they really fuck with you, like, they will actually service you and get obsessed with servicing you. Yes. You know? If you guys are catching the drift.
Yes. Take their time with it.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I feel like it's nice for them because they're usually thinking, and like sex is one of the acts where like hopefully you're not in your head, you're just performing and you're in your body and mind and soul, and hopefully in your heart too, Virgo, when you find it.
Yeah. They get there eventually.
You get there.
After the nut.
Like instead of post-nut clarity, they get post-nut anxiety. Because they're like, are you going to bring this up?
I'm crying.
Because I felt very seen with you today.
Yeah, also they're like, are you going to go take a shower?
No,
or I'm going to go take a shower.
No, seriously.
That's like a thing with them.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Take it as you will.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next in the most sexual category we have Taurus, which is, what do you think was going to happen to Scorpio's sister sign? Yeah. She was going to end up here too.
And has to make an appearance.
Let me fucking actually go off about that Taurus sexuality. They're also these control freaks that are just waiting, but this is a Venus ruled sign. You know what I mean? So they are very much all about using their throat.
Oh my god. She like, bro.
No, and before your
She
fucking
ain't wrong.
nasty ass fucking head went there, it doesn't always have to be action. Like, they are very sensual with the way that they speak.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yo, Taurus
and that
voices.
is fucking sexual. To me, someone that can talk the talk and like the foreplay of saying all the right things.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
She's like,
I'm crying.
eyes just roll to the back of your head.
I'm actually crying.
That
I was
you're not
thinking
taking
about
that out. You're not taking-
I can't. Because I was thinking about these Taurians' voices
No,
and how they be going crazy.
They really are.
Y'all.
They're like, that's like on some like, that's like strictly, come here, little mama, let me whisper in your ear.
Yeah.
Like, okay, daddy.
Right. That's why I was like, I was
And
thinking about
the
it.
thing is with Taurus, it's like, they have the best like one-liners because they're not the ones to be talking too much.
Oh, yeah.
But then when they finally decide to say something, it's going to be something that's just going to wreck you.
Right.
You know? And that to me is very like, that's their sexual energy.
Right.
They also are very much service-oriented.
Yes.
But also, Taurus on the other end can be very much a pillow princess. On both sides, man and woman,
Yeah.
who is very sexual.
Yeah.
So you don't know which Taurus you're gonna get. You might get the one that's like very sexual and like aims to please,
Right.
or the one that is like, we're gonna have sex all the time, but also like, I'm not doing shit. I just want a lot of sex.
Yes. Yes.
I have heard stories.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
of
I knows
Tauruses
them.
doing that. Oh, you do? You knows them?
I knows them. Don't loves that.
Yeah, I don't like that either. Because your energy's there. Might as well use
Yeah,
it.
no, some of them, again, their stubbornness comes out and they're like, I ain't gonna do this. I'm like, that's so ugly to me, but whatever. Especially because I feel like they're such a physical touch kind of sign. I'm like, what you mean you don't want to please the other person?
No.
But whatever.
Oh, yeah, speaking of that, physical touch.
Yeah, go ahead.
PDA.
Oh.
Taurus. These are the couples that sit next to each other. Like, not in front of each other. Like, they need to be next to each other because they need to be feeling you at all times.
Yes.
So if you're not comfortable with that. But it could be one or the other. Sometimes they get really, really weird about it. I don't know. I feel like I've seen both with that too.
Yeah.
Like Tauruses that like genuinely want to be touching on their partner all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ones that are like very, very nonchalant in public, but then like behind closed doors, like they're ready to ravage you.
Well, yeah, and he's like, I saw how they were looking at you.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like if they don't have a healthy level of like touching the Taurians, I feel like they're that controlling at home. I personally think. Because they are such sexual beings.
Yeah.
And they are very attentive and they care about their lovers. They're devoted lovers when like you know, they're in a relationship.
Yeah.
So I feel like sometimes their sexual energy can be a little toxic at times. I mean, you could say that for a lot of these signs, honestly.
I think most of these signs can, if they don't have a healthy outlet of expressing their sexual desires, shit can get a little scary. Yeah. In the bedroom. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, also, like, a lot of things, again, surrounding shame. If they have shame as it relates to their sexuality in any capacity, I mean, for everyone, I think that's something that you should work through. But for these signs specifically, because they're naturally such sensual, sexual signs, it affects them really, really badly. Yeah. If they have a lot of shame surrounding their relationship with sexuality. Yeah. You know? Totally. Yeah. No, it will make the relationship hard if they don't feel comfortable with that. Yeah, expressing that. Or if someone has ever made them feel uncomfortable with how much sexuality they enjoy, like their level of sexuality. If someone made them feel like they're doing too much, like then they have a trigger as it relates to this very natural feeling that we all have as humans, you guys. Like, yes, sex is taboo, and like, you know, I think it's good to have a private sex life if you want. But again, it's a very natural thing. At the end of the day, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for sex. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for sex. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for sex. Like, people be having sex. And if you're not, I hope you start. And if you don't, and you're asexual, good on you too. Yeah. But if you have the feelings, I want people to feel comfortable expressing them in a healthy way. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have sex. No, there isn't. but don't have sex because you will get pregnant.
Bring out the condoms.
Don't have sex. Yeah, don't have sex. Just don't do it. Okay, next we have in our most sexual Aquarius. I had to laugh at this one, you guys, because Aquarius, to me,
I feel like, speaking of asexual, sometimes they be asexual.
Yeah.
Like, they don't like physical touch sometimes.
yeah, they're ruled by Uranus, you know what I mean, and Saturn. So I feel like they can get very, very uncomfortable surrounding physical affection. But again, then I try to do that thing where I'm like, why are you here? I'm putting myself in the mind of the person who created this list.
Yes.
So therefore, I have come to the conclusion. Before all these Aquariuses are like, you trying to say we don't have sex? No, you do. You do.
You be fun.
Would I put you in the most sexual category? No.
Yeah.
But now I'm trying to put myself in the place of the person that created this list. And I think that, yeah, Aquariuses can be very sexual, and their sexual needs can be so fucking obscure and, like, different and just out of this world. Like, their kinks and shit. And that might make them very sexual. Because, like, yeah, you ain't ever heard of that, but Aquarius is the one that's into it.
Right.
And you're going to remember that sexual experience.
Yes.
Because no one made you put that thing in that place at that time. That's the best. I don't know.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
But Aquarius made you curious. If it's one thing Aquarius does is plant a seed in your head, make you curious, and then tell you, we can do this together.
No.
Let's experience this together.
Actually. I feel like Aquarius is just so open-minded. They're like throwing out wild ideas all the time, you know?
They're just waiting for someone to be like, yeah.
Exactly. It sticks, and they're like, oh, okay.
Oh, so you like that.
So you like that. So you want to do that. I can make that happen for you.
No, seriously.
And I feel like, I don't know what it is about Aquarius energy. I think maybe because I feel like when they find lovers, it's usually through a friend. Like, they had a friendship first, right? There's, like, some type of common ground. So I feel like they kind of come in, like, real cool, like, kind of, I don't know how to say, like, almost, like, ease you into, like, what is going to be maybe a very wild experience.
Right, a wild ride.
You know?
Yeah. No, actually, I also feel like with Aquarius, the sexual energy builds through a lot of mental foreplay.
Yeah.
And that is sometimes some of the hottest sexual experiences, when there has been a lot of, like, little arguments, like disagreements, like tension of not agreeing with each other. Yeah. And then, like, it's like kind of like a hate fuck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That turns into, it's like enemies to lovers.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Enemies to lovers trope, you know?
Yeah.
And that is sexy. So I can see that too for Aquarius energy.
Yeah. Okay, the last thing I thought of as you were speaking, I thought too, I feel like Aquariuses, all the Aquariuses I know, they like to go out. They like to hang out with their friends. They like to, like, party, go to, like, music festivals, like, whatever it is, right? And I know, after I've had a few drinks or, like, been out having a good time, I get real sexual. So I feel like that could also be a part playing into it.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe for Aquarius, because they be going out. No, so maybe they be fucking.
I almost feel like Aquarius would have a better time fucking in front of people than, like, in a room alone with the partner.
Yeah.
It's like, it's too much pressure alone.
They're down for a group sex.
Yeah, no, they so are. They're like, okay, so we're all doing this together. No pressure on me. Cool.
Right. No. Oh my gosh. You watch videos.
The limit doesn't exist.
Sometimes I see videos. Maybe it's just my algorithm.
Speak on it.
Of, like, or, like, from, like, MTV things, or essentially being like, yeah, this is how they invite. Actually, I forgot what I was gonna say. It was something about a threesome, but I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I feel like Aquariuses are probably at the top of the charts when it comes to, like, signs and, like, polyamorous relationships and, like, threesomes and, like, couple
Yeah. Couple to throuples. Yes, because they're such, like, I don't them to open, like, hey, love. Like, they want to give their love to everybody, you know? So,
no, like, the limit doesn't exist. Like, why should I have to just pick one person?
Yeah.
You know? And, again, Aquarius hates tradition. They hate, like, going with the flow or following the rules. And because of that, I feel like also that can be very sexual energy within itself. Of like, oh, it's taboo to fuck. It's taboo to say I like to fuck.
Right.
I like to fuck. My whole brand is fucking.
Then I'm taboo. Alright, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode.
Yes.
And I hope you enjoyed this cute little list.
Right. Comment.
For you.
Are you moody, charming, or sexual? And did it relate to your sign? Did it relate to your Mars sign?
Ooh.
That's what I want to know.
Yes.
Did it relate to your Mars sign?
Yes.
Because that would be interesting. If you're listening on Apple, Spotify, wherever, don't forget to leave us a review on the app. Go leave us a 5-star review. This is a 5-star resort.
5-star.
Okay. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, like the video. Again, comment about any of the topics we talked about. We love you so much.
So much.
So much.
So
We'll see you
much.
next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.